All right, welcome back to Sensations. I just recorded an uncensored scene with Greed and Kosuke. So, yeah, I know it was short. The first part of it was pretty short, getting to the uncensored scene beforehand. But that's sometimes that happens. So let's get started. Where we are. Okay. It's right there.
I wake up the next day, late as usual, and Greed is gone, as expected. Looking around, I see Alexander has already made a cursory incursion into the room. Several things have been tidied up. There's fresh water on the end table, and a mobile table with several covered dishes is waiting next to the bed.
Probably breakfast. He brought us breakfast again.
What a privileged life. I could never have imagined a life like this. Even in my previous life, I wasn't chasing wealth, just doing my best to get by. I lift up the silver food covering. It's French toast and various fruits. Delicious, as expected.
That sounds good.
I finish my food and check my health phone. I have an unread text from Greed.
Okay. Kosuke, I left some money in the envelope. I am busy today sorting out some of the prior business you became acquainted with. Feel free to have some fun and relax. I won't be able to text much throughout the day, but I'll see you tonight. Cody.
I put away my phone and glance at the envelope on the end table. I reach over and grab it, emptying the contents into my hand. It's $3,000.
Wow. Okay.
I feel suddenly ashamed of the wealth that Greed's giving me. It feels strange to have your every need and whim taken care of. Like I have nothing to shoot for in life.
Well, it's his money. I mean, we could probably go downstairs and gamble a little bit if we wanted to.
I shake my head, remembering. This is all part of Lucifer's test. I should make some determinations.
I think I'm going to have to save it here. Yeah, I know I'm going to have to save it here. But I have reasons for doing this, and I'll go into that later. Okay, there we go. But I'm choosing B. I'm going to tell Greed we need to stop seeing each other now that I've gotten him to love me.
I decide that I need to be upfront with Greed and let him know that I have to complete Lucifer's test. He's been so kind to me, and I appreciate everything he's given to me. But I need someone with a less lavish, less energetic lifestyle. Having all the money in the world doesn't give you satisfaction, and I have to take care of getting the other sins to love me anyway.
Yeah, but they got us a big red arrow, and I'll tell you why right now. This is going to let us find out more about Greed, about how he killed his father. And it's going to tell us more about Alexander, too, what he's all about. So, hold on to your horses. It's going to get deep. This storyline is going to get deep, and we'll come back to it. I mean, he's going to kill us, but I shouldn't even give that away. But yeah, we're going to have to get dragged down the hill and then come back again and do it the right way. I just did it this way so you can see what this is all about. The storyline between Greed and this his partner Alexander. What the whole thing with them is going on. What's going on with that? So let's get going.
I feel a tremor of dread pass through me, but I resolve that this is the right thing to do. Anything else would be leading Greed on, and that would be very, very wrong. I need to kill a little time before I see Greed tonight. What should I do?
Pre-used news feed on phone?
I decide to read up on some news articles, especially considering the events of the prior days. There's several news stories regarding what happened. I click on the top article and begin reading.
John Trips, billionaire in chains. It was a late night for billionaire John Trips as police busted an attempted kidnapping of rival billionaire and casino owner Cody Hatrich. Several people were killed in the resulting standoff, including John Tripp's wife, Serena Trips. John Trips was taken into custody while Cody Hatrich was allowed to go free after giving statements to police. And police are currently not commenting on the nature of the deaths, and calls to Hatrich public relations lines are going unanswered. What we do know is that there are 13 deaths in total, and that John Trips has engaged in several expensive and well-known lawyers for upcoming legal battles. We are able to speak to a gentleman who witnessed Cody Hatrich being escorted from the Citadel casino by an entourage of bodyguards who said that the casino went into lockdown shortly after. Numerous suspicions for the kidnapping and murders are swirling, with the most promoted being that Serena was having an affair with Cody Hatrich. What? I don't think so. And John found out about it. Obviously, we must state as reliable news that the affair angle is pure conjecture. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Greed is gay. He's not gonna mess around some chick, especially when that's married. Oh, look at our bank money. Of course, that's mostly from the money that Greed just gave us. So we'll probably go downstairs and spend that all on gambling. What the hell? Just the money that Greed gave us, of course. We're not going to spend all our money. Just what Greed gave us. Citadel Casino. Okay, in the aftermath of this terrible jarring event, the staff at the Citadel Casino wonder what happened to them. An emergency board meeting for John Trips Holdings have been called, and the casino remains closed while decisions are made. We have no further information at this time, but we'll update this article as more news comes in. Okay, Lofton Special Report. Okay.
I skim over the article and laugh about the speculation of Greed having an affair. They don't know him like I know him.
They've got a well-read achieved, I guess. Achievement. Huh. Read more? Nah. Finish reading and watch TV, I
I
guess.
decide to zone out and wait for Greed by turning on the TV. The mindless shows that I scan through all blend together, and I find myself drift off to sleep again.
Okay. Infected by Sloth's powers, residual powers again, still.
I pace around the room, trying to rehearse what I'll say to Greed when he arrives. I feel slightly nauseous, and time seems to move in slow motion. I keep glancing at my watch. 9:58. 9:58. 9:58. 9:58.
Yeah, you said that already.
9:59.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be up soon.
I know Greed will be here soon. There's no easy way to tell someone you led them on, especially someone like Greed, who's wealthy enough to have basically whatever or whoever he wants.
Mm-hmm. And it's not going to go down well, I can tell you that.
9:59. 9:59. 9:59. 9:59. 10 o'clock. Like a precise clock, Greed strolls into his apartment, carrying a pizza and some paperwork. Greed's in a good mood, so there's at least that.
Hey there. You're looking pretty hot tonight.
If you say so. But we've got something for you.
Game recognizes game, they say.
I've never heard that saying. What are you up to? I brought us a pizza if you're hungry. Then we'll see where the night takes us.
Greed's expectations of how the night was going to go were about to be shattered. Mentally, I cursed Lucifer and his stupid test. Cody,
What's wrong?
I was wondering if we could talk.
Well, of course, Kosuke. We've talked quite a bit these past few days. Is something wrong?
There's really no easy way to go about telling you this, so I guess I'll just dive right in.
I'm all ears.
Well, I am the deadly sin of lust. Greed takes a moment, just a moment, to process what I just said. His face, usually so composed, flashes instantaneously through shock, disbelief, and then happiness.
That is unexpected. But since you are revealing this to me, you must already know I am the deadly sin of greed.
Oh, yeah, we already know that. And that's the reason why we're here, because it's part of the test.
I do.
That's all? I was worried something more important was wrong.
Yeah.
There's more, Cody.
Continue, then.
So, when I reincarnated as the deadly sin lust, Lucifer gave me a test, as he said all deadly sins need to fulfill a test to prove their worth.
I fulfilled mine. So I am aware of Lucifer's modus operandi. What was the test?
The test was for me to seduce all the other deadly sins in Las Vegas. A long moment passes between us. Nothing is said, while I let Greed realize things on his own.
Arm inches. You can feel the anonymous music in the background, and you know something bad is going to happen, obviously.
Well, that is in the past. I see no reason for that to keep us apart now.
There is a reason. I don't think it's fair to lead you on twice, Cody. The rich lifestyle you have doesn't really fit with what I want for my life. I think you're a great, accomplished guy. Honestly, I'm a nobody. I don't think we would work out long term. Unfortunately, there is a reason. I have not completed Lucifer's test. I still need to, or I'll be dragged back down to hell. Probably with worse results than my first time there.
I see. After you complete Lucifer's task, then would you come back?
No.
I don't think it would be fair to lead you on twice, Cody. The rich lifestyle you have doesn't really fit what I want for my life. I think you're a great guy. Honestly, I'm a nobody. I don't think we would work out long term.
And of course, when we come back and do it the right way, it's actually a lie just to get him to back off. Yada yada. Hey, we got other people to seduce. We might come back. Not really. Not gonna come back.
You think being a deadly sin is being a nobody?
Of course, we're not gonna
That's
tell.
quite naive.
We're not gonna tell him that we're not coming back. Obviously.
No, I meant in terms of accomplishments. I have nothing in life. You have everything.
That's true. We did die at the point of we were going to get a job, but we had nothing really. You know, he finished his education. Kosuke finished his education. Tried to get a job to draw manga, comics, whatever, and then suddenly got hit by a bus. Of course, that's because he wasn't paying attention where he was going. Didn't look both ways to avoid getting hit by a bus.
And I will share it with you. Think of what we could accomplish together. 2 deadly sins in one city. With my resources, we could do greater things than anyone ever has. We're both young enough to rule the world.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
Ruling the world isn't a goal of mine. I think you'd be happier with someone else that shares your vision, Cody.
How could I be happy? I want to be with you. I felt such a connection with you.
It's probably just my enhanced seduction from being lust. I enjoyed our time together, honestly, but this has gotten me thinking about what exactly I want out of life, and a life of ease and luxury just wouldn't suit me.
What you want out of life?
A dangerous hardening comes over Greed's features. My stomach flips as Greed paces around in front of me.
So you're saying that everything I did for you, everything we experienced, was all to fulfill some bullshit test from Lucifer? All of this was a lie?
I wince as Greed's voice rises to a shout. His angry expression scares me. I don't know what to say.
I'm going to show you exactly what I think of your treachery. Alexander.
Yes, Lord.
That was quick. I think he was expecting this, wasn't he?
Seemingly out of nowhere, Alexander appears in the room. He gazes at me with black, inhuman eyes, awaiting what Greed says next.
Kosuke, I'd like you to meet Alexander, or by his proper name, Baal Nashar Zen. Lucifer granted me a demon in my employ after I paid Lucifer a hefty price. Do you know what that price was?
I'm sure we're about to find out. And now we know who Alexander really is. He's a demon, and his name is Baal Nashar Zen.
No.
Lucifer said he would grant my request if I offered him 1,000 deaths a day for a month straight. Me, being the resourceful person that I am, was able to offer that. Although I admit hiding that from local police, governments, etc., that was the closest I'd come to losing everything I had. The risk was well worth the payoff. But there was something else. Something that let me become greed in the first place. Do you know what that was?
No, what?
I'm afraid to ask.
You should be. I murdered my own father for his wealth. That attracted Lucifer's attention, and I was transformed into what you see now. If I was willing to kill my own father, what do you think I'm willing to do to you?
have us killed.
Much the same, I bet.
Ah, but we come to you. You know, it's funny how things work out. I had intended at one point to ally myself with the other Vegas sins. I even know who two of them are.
Well, I don't think any of them would want to align themselves with you. Pretty sure of that.
But they're unreliable at best and ready to betray at any moment at worst. So we've just decided to peacefully coexist. While I go about my own plans, they can go about theirs.
Recording. Yeah, I got my mic on. Do you mind?
It was charging that.
Sorry, I'll plug it back in when I'm done. Sorry about that.
That sounds nice.
But then there's you. See, I'd never actually felt any emotional connection to a deadly sin before. It would have just been business, and short-lived at that. But you... I felt something real for you. Whether or not you made me feel that or tricked me is beside the point. I've decided that since I can't have you, nobody will. Alexander, take out this trash.
It will be my pleasure.
I'm sure.
I gaze into
Like-
Alexander's eyes as he approaches. Black pits where his eyes used to be gaze back. A deep, hateful chuckle echoes out of his mouth now. An impossibly strong fist closes around my neck.
Yeah, he's been waiting for this moment, obviously.
Alexander throws me against the wall as if I'm weightless. I struggle to breathe before Alexander's hand catches me up again and throws me through the window Greed and I looked out the first time I came here. I'm falling. I can't breathe. Nothing.
Alexander, tidy up this mess. Alert the news that we've had a suicide on my property. Play up the sympathy angle.
Yes, my lord.
Really? We get an award for that? A falling award? Unlocked? Well, that's the end of that. I'm going to have to end it for now because my husband wants to come. My partner wants to come in here and probably get on the computer. I'll come back to it later. I'm pretty sure they have to go shopping later on today, so I'll come back to it and give you the good ending, sort of, if you want to call it that. Not really good ending, but it's an ending where we lie to him and tell him, yeah, we have to move on. We have to do the other sins. We might come back to you. Not really. Not going to tell him we're not going to come back to him, you know. So, yeah. So, bye for now. I will see you guys later.